Hey guys, so I decided to make a video about my recent back problems and give my personal experience with the whole situation. Well, this whole thing started November 2018. I did have a back injury when I was 16, but that's for another time. My family and I were in Virginia for Thanksgiving. I was having a great time and enjoyed the company, and most importantly, the food. Down from the house, there's a field with horses, and my 2-year-old daughter, Nylea, wanted to go see them. So I hunched over, grave mistake, and picked her up. I immediately knew something was wrong. I started walking, and the pain got worse with every step, to the point the pain would not allow me to put my daughter down, so I had to yell for help. Once someone came and grabbed her, the pain was still there. Every step, the pain shot up. I was bedridden for Thanksgiving and for 2 months after that. The trip back to our home in North Carolina was tough, but I managed to find a seated position which wasn't painless but was tolerable. Once home, my condition seemed to be getting better, but it took a turn that I wasn't ready for. In the middle of the night, I woke up in excruciating pain, heart rate elevated. Unable to cope with the pain, I woke my wife up and she drove me to the ER. At the ER, they gave me drugs to ease the pain, but sent me home. I, as a veteran, let the VA know I went to the ER and scheduled an appointment to go get seen. The appointment could not be made sooner than 2 months. In that time, I made another visit to the ER, but it was the VA's ER. Again, they gave me drugs, but when I told them that I had a herniated disc, they said no. They just didn't believe that my disc was herniated, and they wanted to do a bunch of other tests, even though they saw that I was in excruciating pain and I could barely walk. All they said was that I simply bruised my back, and all they would order was a CAT scan, which does absolutely nothing for my injury. Tried getting a sooner appointment, but to no avail. For 2 months, I was laid up on my couch, unable to move. My wife Kayla had to do everything for me. She showered me, helped me to and from the bathroom, just everything. In this time, my faith was being challenged. I went to a dark place and started to lose hope. Members from our church visited, brought food and other supplies. That, my wife and daughter, are what kept me out of that dark place. While I was still bedridden, I prayed and prayed for healing. Then one day, something, or should I say, the Holy Spirit told me to get another opinion. I scheduled to be seen by a non-VA doctor, and they immediately knew I had a herniated disc. Thank God. I was scheduled for surgery not too long after. Again, I tried to have the VA approve this, but they wanted me to wait 2 months to be seen by them. So, obviously I said screw that. After my surgery, I had immediate relief. My right foot was still slightly numb, but that went away after a couple weeks. During my recovery, I followed doc's orders. No lifting, and walk as much as possible. And since I hadn't been walking for 2 months, that made my legs really painfully sore, but that went away after a few weeks as well. I had 6 to 8 weeks of recovery time, and in this time a friend was looking for someone to help him with his automation business. So I said, what do I need to learn? He told me, and in that period of time he was impressed with how fast I learned, and shortly after he hired me. So I learned to write, code, and a lot of other things in that period of time while I was down, alongside, working towards my recovery. With the muscle soreness, it was kind of difficult to walk, but I knew I needed to do it anyways, and I had a cane from when I couldn't walk before, so I utilized that for the beginning, but shortly after starting the recovery process, I kind of left the cane at home and went for walks, obviously accompanied by somebody just to make sure if something did happen, I wouldn't be alone. Slowly and slowly, I started getting my strength back and my mobility back, and I was able to shower myself, walk myself and everything. Actually, surprisingly, right after the surgery, I was able to walk. It was a slow walk because I was still kind of in pain from the surgery site and kind of sore, but it was still better than nothing. So after 8 weeks, I had fully recovered, and the doctor gave me the go to get back to my normal life. After this whole ordeal, I had made it through my recovery. I'm able to walk, able to bend, currently able to run and do all the other stuff I used to do. I'm just more, I'd say, cautious of how I do things to make sure that this never happens again. I also came away from this with a new job, a less physically demanding job that I find to be really fun. This is my recovery story, and I hope that if this ever happens to you, you're able to overcome just like I did. My name is Batista. Thank you for watching.